And I want to say hello to Mark already and the friends and also Yanni that we just connected. And my goodness, what a session from Annie and her lovely husband is so fun. Now, this session probably is a little bit serious, so I hope you guys don't mind. And yep, just like Mark said, I'm a spanking new podcaster. So I think that give me permission to make a lot of mistake, right, guys? Okay. So just in the spirit of last section, look at what I got here. I got Swiss cocoa and I got Swiss chocolate, right? So this is hopefully don't make the Yanni homesick. Yeah, Annie, yeah. So I want to say thank you for Dave and Steve's invitation that they are doing such a wonderful work for podcasters. And during this hour, I would like to share with you something that I'm super passionate about and on a mission for actually, which is to help you, my fellow podcasters or entrepreneurs, that we can stand out in the marketplace by design. Okay. And before we dive into the content that, please allow me to share a little bit my story. And actually, it will link to the whole picture afterwards. And so hopefully we can get connected a little bit further. As we know that I watched the last session with Annie that somebody asked a question about how do you monetize podcasts, right? Podcast is a lot of work, and we know that, but it's not easy to monetize. And because the podcast, when people come to listen or watch our podcast, it's just a starting point of our interaction with audience. And they get to know you, but there is a process to transit them from listeners and to buyers, right? So now, here is a bit pre-warning, okay? Since 2004, I have built a virtual consulting business, and it's not because I'm smart. It's just because as a family, obviously, you probably by now you can tell I'm not Swiss. Okay, I'm not born here. I wasn't born here, and I'm originally from Taiwan, so my mother tongue actually is Mandarin, and so so let me just continue to share with you that our family we like relocating like crazy. In last 17, 18 years, we've been among 3 continents, 3 states in USA plus Jamaica. And I have built a wide network with different cultures and religious background of clients, friends, and associates. But personally, though, that I'm a spirit-filled and unfired, faith-based Christian. That's who I am, and that's how I live. How I live as a lifestyle. But I'm not here to convert anyone, okay? But just to share what works for me in the marketing field, and also what works for my clients, and trust it will add some value to you. So now, instead of telling you the traditional, boring way about professional bio, how about I start to share with you some of my failures and challenges, the no's, N-O, okay? Yes and no, no. All the no's that I have encountered, okay? And overcome some. Because I truly believe that it's the brokenness along the journey, and it builds up that inner leader inside ourselves. And so then we can lead and we can serve from that place of authenticity, right? And I'm sorry that today's content will be quite meaty, and because the platform we are using here is a bit limited, I cannot share my slides. But if you like to have a piece of copy, Just go to my website afterwards to, grab a copy of slides, okay? So here is, I wrote it for you. The title called Embrace the No's. When the no happens, it's an invitation to prove that what you are capable of and how much teamwork you dare to partner with God. These are no's I was invited. No, Kelly, you don't need education because you just like your mom and your grandmoms. You are not worthy of education. You're just a future baby production machine. No, Kelly, you cannot go to university because there's no finance. Your father didn't fulfill his promise. No, Kelly, it's not possible for you to have a happy family because your last marriage failed. You are not worthy. No, Kelly, you cannot be an executive in corporate world because you are a woman. Come on, girl. Do you remember those years you even didn't have a bed to sleep on? You slept on the floors. No, Kelly, you cannot get baptized. You will be marked as a rebellious and kicked out of your family and cultural environment. No, Kelly, you don't deserve to live because you are not worthy. No, Kelly, you cannot sell your book well because you are not American nor British. Your accent is terrible. No, Kelly, you cannot build a business in English. People will ignore your credentials because your accent. No, Kelly, you cannot have a podcast. You'll be a laughing stock. No, Kelly, you cannot possibly be a good mom. Just look at your upbringing. Are they the hard facts? Yes, they are. But there's only one problem. For those who made those comments, they don't know who I am in God. Yes, I graduated with 2 BAs. I worked all summer and winter vacation to pay my tuition. Yes, I married my Swiss husband 18 years ago, and we just celebrated our 18th anniversary with 2 beautiful God-fearing kids. And yes, I became one of the top income earners in the hospitality industry then. When I went to board meeting, they even did not have a ladies' room built in that floor. And yes, I was baptized in 1996. I was disowned by my own mother that she was addicted to alcohol and gambling. Guess what? She got saved 5 years ago, and today she is actively serving the church. And yes, my book, A Little Girl Called Grace, was published and became the Amazon bestseller in 2012. And also, yes, I have built my virtual marketing consulting business in English since 2004 and making some difference globally. 90% of my clients are in English-speaking countries. And yes, as you can tell, my podcast was launched in this August. So I'm podcast baby here. And we are super blessed to have amazing guests on the show already, including some industry influencers. Now the question to you, what are the no's that you are encountering today? I want you to embrace them and get to work. Okay. What you have just heard is a sneak peek of my nearly 50 years story in just 2 minutes. And what does that do with our topic today? Our topic is see beyond your now and stand out in the marketplace by design. I have 3 simple questions help you to reflect on this. Number 1, did I stand out a little bit for you that I did not read the typical boring bio that all my achievement? Okay. I hope if you are in the chat room, give me some feedback. Number 2, did I connect with you and hit a certain connection point of the emotional ride? The first half that describe all those ugly no's that many people face with might be in different forms of rejections. That's what it is. But the core of it is the same. Then when I say the question, are they the hard facts? You know and feel in your heart that something's coming, right? She says gazillion knows that all the challenges she faced. But you feel like, okay, so it's something coming. But furthermore, gotta be something good is coming. Why? Because we humans are so wired for the underdog rose to the top type of the journey, isn't it? Number 3, did you feel you got to know me a little bit better versus if I just tell you, just the achievement by tell you, okay, I was corporate executive, I achieved all these marketing result, all those, right? Because we all know that it doesn't matter which industry you are in. There are so many others are in the same kind of service and same roles that you are in. The only way to stand out is be you. And I'm sure you heard this probably many times, but today I will literally walk you through in the marketing process how we do that, okay? I just want to remind you when next time you feel down, you feel discouraged, and just look at your fingers. This fingerprint, out of the 7 billion people on earth, you are only one, you are only one owns it, right? Okay, so first of all, let's lay some foundation of what I'm about to teach. And let me look at just the feedback in the chat box here. Okay, the Will Sinclair say, that's what I love about podcasting. I don't have to make money if I choose not to. I have the opportunity. Yes, that's true. And then, yeah, Craig said, time to stop procrastinating. Yeah, okay. And okay, Will Sinclair also said that it's time to follow principle, just do it. Yes, just do it. You may not make the episode. Yeah, exactly. Look at, if I'm using my third language to do it, everybody can do it. Okay, so I want to say that the foundation is this. When we talk about standing out in the marketplace, most people right away thinking of, okay, competition, right? The other people, what they are doing probably similar, same thing. Meaning the group that the people who are providing the similar products or service as we do. Guess what? That's not really it, because today, what we are really competing is one thing and one thing only, and that is attention of our potential customer clients, and we are competing with anything that will grab their attention. Just to take up your phone. Okay, I don't have to get today with me because I shut it off. Our phone, right? I mean, how many things there can grab our attention, when we log on any social media platform, Instagram, Facebook, the kids, the cute photo of the kids, your friends' kids, the puppy, the kitties. I mean, and many funny clips of very addictive of how to fold your t-shirt like professionals. I mean, there are so many things, right? So how can we do a better job to have our potential clients' attention? We need to understand and prepare actually the better experience on the journey when the moment they meet us till the moment they purchase from us. In other words, the buyer journey it needed to align with your sales funnels or marketing funnels, okay? And not be scared of the big words. We will walk you through that today. And to illustrate this journey and exactly how to, I like to use two almost identical Bible stories to show you. Okay, just for a moment, let's go to Sunday school, just a moment. And I guarantee you will not be boring, okay? And here we go. So let me look at my slides here. So there were two scenarios of go fishing with Jesus, okay? So one is in the Luke chapter 5. For those people, you do have a Bible. It's okay. If you don't have, just listen to the story. So there's a scenario in Luke chapter 5. And, Jesus was standing aside the lake. And then the fisherman, has gone from to wash. They gone from them. They were done for the day. They're washing their nets. And paraphrase here. Then Jesus got into one of the boats, and it's Simon's boat. And then Jesus asked him to put out a little bit from the land, meaning, go to the sea. And then he sat there and he started teaching the multitude there. And then he turned around, he talked to Simon, say, "Hey, Simon, let your net down to catch." And Simon kind of have attitude here. Okay, I paraphrase. I use my imagination. Okay, I say, "Master, we already told the whole night and caught nothing." And I think in Simon's head, it's like, "Come on, I'm a professional fisherman, And he say, "Well, but since you say so, I tried." Okay, so then he let the net down and he caught a lot of fish. And come to the point, it's so much the net was breaking. So he had to signal the fellow other fishermen around to say, "Come help, come help." And they got it, and they filled up multiple boats. But now the boats were sinking. So when Simon Peter saw this situation, the boats were sinking, he has his knees down and he said, "Jesus, depart from me, get away from me. I am sinner." He realized maybe he did something wrong here. That's the first scenario. The second scenario is in John 21st. And here, Jesus already resurrected. And but he showed up to disciples, and while all the disciples, they are in the depressed mode because they don't recognize, they don't know what to do anymore. Okay, the God they believe he's gone. So now what now, right? So in the verse 3, Simon Peter say to his fellows, "I'm going fishing." It's interesting. This is a side lesson. When we face challenge, how often we will just back to our comfort zone, the old way doing things. Okay, so this is just a side note. So as we go further, and he said, brothers, I'm going. And the rest of people say, okay, we go too. They don't know what to do, what else to do. And when they went, actually, Jesus stood on the shore. He did not stay on the boat this time. He stayed on the shore. But then they did not recognize who he is. And then Jesus even talked to them, say, hey, children, have you have any food to eat? They said, no, we don't have. And he said to them, say, oh, then just cast the net on the right side of the boat, then you'll find some. So they did that, and they got a lot of fishes. And they realized that moment, they say, ooh, they said to Peter, yeah, that's the Lord, that's Jesus. And then the other disciples, they came a little boat, and they helped the fishes, and then they saw, but then they drank in the net with fish. Then as soon they came on the land, they saw a fire of coal already there, and the fish lay on it and bread. Meaning Jesus actually already prepared extra the fish and bread already lay there. And then Jesus told them, say, bring some fish which you have just caught. So Simon Peter, they dragged the net on the land and full of large fishes, in total 153 of them. This time, the net wasn't broken. Okay? And Jesus sat down with them. They took the bread and they ate the breakfast. Now, comparison, the difference. In the Luke chapter 5 and John 21, the first scenario, Jesus got into the boat. The second one, he stand off the shore, right? The first scenario, the net was broken. The second scenario, it didn't. The first scenario, the boat start sink. The second one didn't. The first one, Simon Peter say, please depart from me, because I'm a sinful man. The second one, they sat down together, enjoy a lovely breakfast. I want you just to keep those components in mind for a moment. Now we want to shift gear a little bit. Let's talk about what is a sales and marketing funnel. I think that you guys been heard a lot in the online world, and that's just explained in the plain English, shall we? By the definition, that it's a consumer focused marketing model which illustrated the theoretical customer journey towards to purchase a product or service. Okay, that's very academic. That's saying the plain English. It's your potential client's journey when the moment they meet you till the moment they buy from you. That's pretty much it. Okay. And, because we mentioned how do we give a better experience for the potential clients so then you can stand out. You don't need many. You don't need millions of people. You don't need hundreds of thousands of people even. You just need the right people. Enough. I'm sure you guys have heard of that book called 1,000 True Fans, right? That's what it is. And now the process, I'm gonna simplify it today. There's 5 steps, right? So the first step is a market, right? And then the second step is about that your ideal clients, that people say avatar or whatever other words they use. And then we need to find somehow to get them into interesting on us, right? And then further down, when they be interesting on us, such maybe they come to your podcast, right? How then from there we can build a further relationship with them. And so then they can start to not just like us, but trust us. And from there, we can have opportunity to offer them the paid product offer or services to help them to solve the problem. Because it's nothing else as entrepreneur, we are just problem solver, okay? So the understanding from the Bible story and our online business, the components in the marketing journey here is this. The fisherman and Jesus, it represent yourself and your relationship with God or whoever you believe your higher power, okay? And then the fish is your ideal potential client. And because, if you want to go fishing, you need to have the baits, the right baits, right? It's your free offer. It's the first step, it's your podcast content. And then you get them somehow to connect with you further, subscribe to your list. The net, the broken net, the second one did not break. The net is part of it, it's your mindset. It's the tools, it's your methods, all right? The boat represent your systems, the structures. And the ocean is the market, where to put your net down. It's a market you have to choose wisely. And also then your team, it can be in the business world as entrepreneur, your team, not just maybe the virtual VA you hire or some outsourced worker you hire, also your family, right? And maybe your mastermind, right? And maybe your coach or mentor as well. That is all counted as your team. So how do we link these together? The revelation, okay? From the first scenario, second scenario, and the revelation. Again, I created 9 slides, but I can give to you. It just today our platform is limited, and just grab a copy afterwards. The revelation is this. When Jesus got into the boat and Jesus second time stand off the shore, that represent that our own personal growth matter, right? Oftentimes we say that why I cannot make that $1 million yet or whatever that number for you. It's because we are not ready yet. Okay. Perfect example. We see so many people when they won the lottery. We won the lottery but then they went broke, right? Statistics show. Why? Because they were not ready. Secondly, about the net, breaking and not broken, meaning our mindset, our strategy matters. All right. And the third about the boat. The first time the boat started to sink, the second time didn't. Because the system, the structures matter. If you want to scale up your business, the only way is to build system and structures in place. And the last component of this, the one is say, depart from me, I'm a sinful man. The second one is they even get to sit down to enjoy that breakfast with Jesus, meaning what? That our promotion, our true breakthrough, it will come when we master what we just shared above, those components. All right? I hope it's not too overloaded, but I just want to add value today. And now we kind of go into the very practical application, how you do this. Okay. So the first one about the niche market, the ocean, remember, we need to put in the net need to put in the right place. The specific market that you like to serve. Okay, what do I mean by that? For example, maybe if you are in the fitness industry related, you can think about the women want to lose weight, or you teach people how to publish a book. It's those aspiring authors, they want to publish books, or working parents, they don't like to cook, or they don't know how to cook or prepare the whole weekly meal. Or some men, they love to go fishing. Or the people love to learn how to play guitar, so forth, okay? So the action step I want you to take is this. I want you to just write down 3 specific markets that you are interested to serve. So you just write down 3. Don't think much. Just write down. Just write down 3 possible, okay? And after that, let's think about your ideal clients. Now, I'm going to say something very, very, very easy. And basically what it is you have to think of the specific type of external problems that you'd like to be able to solve. Meaning, what does it mean, external problems? Meaning people that will literally go to Google, typing, and looking for answer. For example, again, if you are a fitness coach, that you like to help women how to lose weight, but not all women, but the women who just had a baby, they are eager to get back to the pre-pregnancy shape, and so on. Okay, so meaning that you think about that basically new mommy, and she look at the mirror. She wake up in the morning, she look at the mirror, and she look at her tummy, and then she say, oh, how I can get rid of this, right? So she probably not only type in the Google, say how to lose 10 pounds. She probably key in, say, how to lose those baby fat after I deliver, right? And so I want you to write down the 3 specific possible external problems that you are good at solving, right? And if you need to get some idea, you can do some research in Amazon.com, right? And other places. You know that your crowds might be looking for answer for. In the Amazon.com, when you go there, make sure you filter by best selling. Why? If the books are bestseller, that means they do something right. They are answering the question. They are providing a solution to the problem. So have a look on that. Okay. Next part of about how to figure out your ideal clients is the specific type of internal problem. You see, this is a lot of people did not talk about. Internal problem that you like to or you be able to solve. And what is internal problem? It's those unspoken ones, the ones that they feel they look for answer, They look for answer for external problem. They keying how to, again, new mommy, the new mommy keying how I can lose that baby fat in my tummy. But actually in her mind, internally, how she feel is, I cannot fit into those jeans. I look different. It might be even possible to get back to shape. I am not that attractive anymore. All those are the internal problems, okay? So meaning that they are really the whys to get back, for that mommy to get back to the shape. And I want you to write those down. Just write 3 down. What is the internal problem, right? They are expressing. And sometimes you can look at this in the reviews of the Amazon.com. People will say this book is very good, but if they could have even including certain things, that's a clue. Or some review will say, this book has helped me this. And you can figure out some tonality there from the reviews. You also can go to Google. You key in the problem plus forum, and then you literally key in the problem, and you just put the plus sign forum, and some forum will pop up, and there you might be able to see some people's reaction. Okay. Then I want you to write down just 2, maximum 2 social media platforms that your people are hanging out with. Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or wherever. But think about that 2 platforms, 1 or 2, that they are hanging out with. And then you go there to have a look. Or look at, guess what? Since we are podcasters here, go to look at the top ranking podcast in your field and see what are their podcast episodes and the popularity. Then go to their website, see the comments and so on. All right. And after that, you figure this out. Now we figure out who is the target audience. Not only that, their external and internal problems they are dealing with. You also know where they hang out with. You also know the verbiage they are using. So based on that, you can think of something, a piece of free content, you based on that problem that you can solve, a quick one, not a big one, a quick one, as a gift to exchange from. This is when you can turn their web visitors become your subscribers, right? And then if you dare enough, some people, they can, when people are being receive, let's say 5 tips, I help you to lose that baby fat, right? For the new mommies again. And then the new mommies log in, subscribe, they give her email in. And the next one is a thank you page, right? Thank you for subscribing. Your goodies is on the way. If you dare enough, you actually also can, in that thank you page, you can go further, become a sales page. You can start to say, while you're waiting, I just want you to know, here actually are some other, maybe other subscribers and other people that they have used whatever you offer to lose that fat, their testimonial and things. And then you can basically reiterate the problems and further down the solution. And actually you can right there sell a very low priced the first offer. It's possible. If you craft your message right from the beginning till then. And that's answer, basically, if you do that way, is answer the question of a lot of people say, Kelly, if I generate traffic from my podcast, from my Facebook ad, how can I break even, or how can I possibly continue to do so and still building my list? That's how you do it. You need to find somehow a way to self-liquidating the way that you generate traffic, okay? Because podcasts cost money, and or other traffic method all cost money. Nowadays, for me, there's no free traffic anymore, right? Either you spend a lot of time or you pay for traffic. Okay, then the next step. So I want you to write like a 3 possible free piece of content that you can give. Something, a PDF download, or a short audio, or a very short mini training of video. Depends on your understanding of what your potential customer might enjoy more. And from there, now they're on your list. You see, we heard that often. Money is on the list. Actually, it's not 100% correct. Actually, money is on the engaged email list, right? The engaged email list, meaning both the opening rate and the click-through rate, it's good enough to sustain that your relationship between you and your email subscribers. A side note, not too afraid people unsubscribe, because when people unsubscribe from your list, it meaning they are not your people. If the marketing do right, you basically will attract the right one and repel the wrong ones. So you don't have to spend money and effort to try to keep the wrong ones. So you will plan out an email sequence to help them. And people say, if you are new to email marketing, you wonder, what should I write? Again, this one is a very basic version. The first one obviously is thank you, and here is the thing that you promised them. And then the second one to maybe the fifth one, I will encourage you that you can start to share with your story a little bit, tidbit, plus something. It will help them further. Maybe it's your blog post or some of your podcast episode, okay? And so you slowly build that, well, not necessarily slowly, but what I mean is gradually you build that trust, right? And then, but intentionally, whatever you are writing, the end result is the pay service or pay offer you are guiding them towards to. So you have with the end in mind, therefore you reverse engineering back that what the pain points, what the solution you help them solving on the way inside the email sequence, and the free content you continue give them. When you are thinking of your product and services, there are different kind of models. I want you to think of, as a podcaster, if you be able to create a podcast for your audience, a specific topic, right? So, for example, last section, Annie, she obviously has such a massive knowledge about how to travel, live, eat in France. I made this assumption, okay, and hopefully I say it right. And then I can easily see if people come to listen to her podcast and they enjoy it, that they really enjoy the fun moments and story that people share, and she shared with the audience. And she probably can easily say something like this, say, hey, I compile a list of the top 5 restaurants that we just mentioned in the show, and plus more. And there's a guide for you and some their special features and what you need to pay attention to in that restaurant. She probably can easily create something like that and say that, hey, please come to, and the URL that people to go there, opt in, and get the list, right? Get on the list. And now, from that point on, Annie can start to write to them, not only remind them to go back to the podcast, but also that say, hey, if you actually travel soon, and I also compare it's a more extensive thing, the guide for the travel or for the restaurants or for whatever. And then so it's a natural progression of people say, hey, that list she gave was good, was so good. So for another, I don't know, $30. Also, I can get a whole guide. So they will save me a lot of problem and save me a lot of time when I go to France next time, right? So I hope that you guys see this natural progression of it. And when you come to the product and services, we have different kind of the thing to offer, different kind of models, I should say. One is what I just mentioned, maybe just PDF, right? People can call it different things. People can call it e-guide, white paper, or blueprint, or different things, right? And it also can be, if they are from your podcast, maybe they enjoy your audio. You can give them audio files, audio downloads. That's also possible. So it doesn't matter what. This is like more like a one to many, one to massive. So the maintenance of this is low, and number, but the price is low as well, right? But if you consider the higher price, maybe it's components or with some courses that you can teach. So back to that new mommies again. If that fitness coach maybe say, she maybe buy the first thing is some downloadable guide, and inside maybe have some nutrition menu list, exercise to do, so forth. And second step, she's happy with that. And second step, maybe the fitness coach say, guess what? If you want to go a little bit faster, we have this a little bit intensive 21 days. The certain thing I can show you how to do it. Then that is kind of the course, right? It's an e-course. And so that new mommies can hop in anytime and hop in the 21 days. Or if the fitness coach want to keep up a notch, charge a little bit higher rate, can be the same content, that course, plus some hand-holding elements. And maybe say that, I can also provide like 3 one-on-one calls to customize your experience. That may be the people, certain things they cannot eat or certain exercise they cannot do. So they have a chance to discuss with a fitness coach. Price higher, but your commitment is higher as well. So think about what kind of time and commitment you are willing to give, right? And okay, I'm happy to see the checkbox is obviously the French gang is here, because I cannot, I speak a couple of languages, but not French. So, okay. But I'm glad that you guys are having a great time. So now I just want to say that as you done the above exercise, the last thing I want you to do is I want you to take a step back and ask yourself this question. Number one, what kind of expert, advisor that my ideal clients are looking for in that process? A lot of time in the marketing thing that people, we just focus on how to sell, how to market, who is ideal client. But now after those exercises, I want you to pull it down, step back and think about, okay, but now if I were them, what kind of the expert advisor that my ideal clients will be attracted to? Number two, am I providing the outcome of the look and feel for them? Because I want us to focus on the experience, not just go through the motion, we set up the components and wonder why it did not work. Because you can have the best prospects coming to your podcast, your sales funnel, right? But then if the feel, the experience that you give them is the same like out there, that then they don't have to stay. You don't give them a reason to stay, right? And that's when what we meant. Therefore, if you inject yourself inside this process, you can truly look beyond your now, and you will stand out in the marketplace by design. Okay, I think I look at the time is up, and I just want to say thank you for allowing this baby podcaster to share with you in this hour. I hope I have added some value to you.
Thank you so much, Kelly, for joining our stream. I know that was a lot within an hour, and I know a lot of us are going to be able to get a lot from that. I appreciate you talking about everything that you did. So thank you for representing yourself, your podcast, and the country of Switzerland on International Podcast Day 2016. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Dave.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with Jan, and he will be broadcasting from the country of Finland. So thank you again, Kelly. I very much appreciate it.